The genesis of the Scissor door was not born out of a desire for vanity, but out of absolute engineering necessity. In the late 1960s, automotive proportions were shifting dramatically. Engines were moving behind the driver, and chassis were becoming devastatingly wide and perilously low. Enter Murciélago Gandini, the legendary designer at Gruppo Bertoni. In 1968, Gandini penned the Alfa Romeo Carabo concept car, based on the chassis of the illustrious Alfa Romeo 33 Stradale. The Carabo featured a wedge-shaped profile so extreme that conventional swing doors would clash with curbs and require massive clearance. More importantly, the dramatically sloped rear end and microscopic greenhouse resulted in virtually zero rearward visibility. Gandini's solution was to attach the door to a single rotational hinge at the front. This allowed the driver to open the door entirely, perch themselves on the enormously wide door sill, and physically look backward while operating the clutch in reverse. When Gandini later designed the Lamborghini Countach in the 1970s, he ported this exact mechanical solution over to production reality. Thus, the Lambo door was born. To fully appreciate the scope of this engineering feat, we must examine the definitive database of production cars graced with this hardware. The Lamborghini Countach, produced from 1974 to 1990, featured a 3.9-liter to 5.2-liter naturally aspirated V12 engine, producing between 370 and 455 horsepower. Originally carrying a base MSRP of roughly $52,000, its current value ranges from $500,000 to well over $1 million. The Vector W8, built from 1989 to 1993, utilized a 6.0-liter twin-turbo V8, producing 625 horsepower, climbing from a base MSRP of around $450,000 to a current value of $1.5 million or more. The Bugatti EB110, produced between 1991 and 1995, relied on a 3.5-liter quad-turbo V12, pushing 553 to 603 horsepower. Its original price of roughly $350,000 has now skyrocketed to between $2 million and $3.5 million. The Lamborghini Diablo reigned from 1990 to 2001, equipped with a 5.7-liter to 6.0-liter naturally aspirated V12, making 485 to 595 horsepower, growing from a $240,000 MSRP to current values of $200,000 to $500,000. The Spyker C8, in production from 2000 to the present, features a 4.2-liter naturally aspirated V8 with 400 horsepower, and its $200,000 base MSRP has appreciated to a range of $250,000 to $400,000. Returning to the Lamborghini lineage, the Murciélago was built from 2001 to 2010. Armed with a 6.2-liter to 6.5-liter naturally aspirated V12, producing 572 to 661 horsepower. Originally priced at roughly $320,000, it now commands $250,000 to well over $600,000. Its successor, the Lamborghini Aventador, was produced from 2011 to 2022, with a 6.5-liter naturally aspirated V12 generating 690 to 770 horsepower, moving from a $400,000 base MSRP to current values between $350,000 and $800,000 plus. Finally, the modern Lamborghini Revuelto, introduced in 2023 and continuing today, pairs a 6.5-liter V12 with 3 electric motors to to deliver an astonishing 1,001 horsepower, demanding a base MSRP of roughly $608,000 and maintaining values at or above that mark. Diving deeper into these legendary vehicles, the Lamborghini Countach stands as the indisputable pioneer. When the LP400 debuted, the public had never seen anything like its tubular space-frame chassis clad in aggressively angular aluminum. The scissor doors were mandated by the sheer width of the lateral radiators and tubular sills, which made standard swing doors physically impossible. Decades later, the image of a Countach driver sitting on the sill to back up remains one of the most romanticized mechanical rituals in automotive history. Moving to the Bugatti EB110, this machine is often overshadowed by its Veyron successor. Yet Romano Artioli's creation was a technological tour de force of the early 1990s. Featuring a carbon fiber monocoque chassis built by Aerospatiale, it required exceptionally thick sills for structural rigidity. Bugatti implemented scissor doors not just to solve the ingress and egress puzzle over these massive sills, but to ensure the EB110 possessed the requisite visual drama to compete with the Diablo. It remains the only production Bugatti to utilize this door architecture. Across the Atlantic, Jerry Wiegert's all-American aerospace-inspired fever dream took the wedge design language and pushed it to Mach 1. The Vector W8 was built with transverse-mounted, twin turbocharged V8s and a fighter jet interior. Wiegert utilized scissor doors to amplify the aviation aesthetic, demanding that the car look and feel like a grounded F-117 Nighthawk. While mechanically complex and ergonomically punishing, the doors completed the W8's unapologetic cyberpunk silhouette. Back in Italy, examining the Lamborghini Diablo and the V12 Bloodline, when Chrysler assumed control of Lamborghini and tasked Gandini, and later Tom Gale, with designing the Diablo, dropping the scissor doors was out of the question. It had become the Marque's definitive signature. The Diablo refined the kinematics with heavier gas struts and slightly better weather sealing. This tradition evolved through the Luc Doncavok-designed Murciélago, the Filippo Perini-penned Aventador, and into today's hybrid Revuelto. Crucially, Lamborghini strictly reserves true scissor doors for their flagship V12 models, leaving conventional doors for their V10 and V8 lineages to preserve the hierarchical theater. Finally, hailing from the Netherlands, the Spyker C8 is a masterclass in steampunk meets aviation design. Spyker's scissor doors, often referred to by the brand as swan wings, though kinematically functioning as single-pivot scissor/dihedral hybrids, sweep straight up via a beautifully exposed machined billet aluminum hinge. The choice was purely aesthetic theater, paying homage to the spinning propellers and vintage aircraft heritage of the Spyker brand. Fueled by pop culture monoliths like MTV's Pimp My Ride, the Fast and Amp, Furious franchise, and Need for Speed Underground 2, the desire for Lambo doors trickled down from Modena to Main Street. Companies like Vertical Doors Inc. engineered brilliant bolt-on biometric hinge kits that required removing a car's front fenders to install a dual-axis pivot. The door had to open slightly horizontally before pivoting vertically to clear the A-pillar. Suddenly, Honda Civics, Chrysler 300Cs, and massive Cadillac Escalades were extending their doors skyward. It became a defining hallmark of the DUB magazine era, a status symbol of urban car culture and show car point scoring. Today, the tuning zeitgeist has shifted heavily back toward functional aerodynamics and OEM plus purism. The aftermarket Lambo door is now largely viewed with nostalgia by millennials or playfully mocked by track-day elitists as dead weight, but its impact on mainstream automotive customization is undeniable. While scissor doors command immense respect on the concourse lawn, they present a fascinating dichotomy of daily driving realities when weighing their practicality against their aesthetics. On the positive side, tight horizontal parking is a massive benefit. You can park a massive 80-inch wide supercar in incredibly narrow lateral spaces, as the doors require virtually zero outward horizontal swing clearance. Furthermore, they provide an unmatched visual statement. Nothing signals the arrival of an ultra-exotic quite like scissor doors, instantly elevating curb appeal and preserving brand hierarchy. They also enable the classic Countach reverse maneuver, allowing the driver to legally and safely maneuver a car with non-existent rear visibility. Aerodynamically, eliminating the need for traditional door swing paths allows designers to sculpt deeper body-side air intakes and wildly wide structural carbon sills. Conversely, the negative mechanical and practical hurdles are stark. Rollover hazards are a massive concern. If the vehicle ends up on its roof, the doors physically cannot open. Modern iterations, like the Aventador, feature explosive pyrotechnic bolts to blow the hinges in a crash. To solve this, ceiling clearance limitations also arise, as underground parking garages and low ceiling lifts become perilous, forcing drivers to hyperfixate on overhead clearance to avoid shattering carbon fiber. Gas strut degradation is another frustrating reality. The sheer weight of an insulated, glass-heavy door resting entirely on hydraulic or gas struts means these parts fail often, and a blown strut results in a terrifying guillotine effect. Finally, egress agility is heavily required. Sliding over a foot-wide sill under a diagonally slanted door requires significant core strength and mobility, often resulting in ungraceful exits for the uninitiated. To close the book on the scissor door, we must appreciate it not as a gimmick, but as an elegant, analog solution to an exotic problem. Murciélago did not just invent a door, he invented a mechanical event, an event that continues to captivate the imaginations of advanced enthusiasts worldwide.